Yo, party people, is Ashley of SingleWomanChronicles.com, where being single is a beautiful choice rather than a miserable circumstance. And I have a very beautiful married lady here with me. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lacey Walker.
Yes, ma'am. Tell them a little bit about yourself, where you live, what area of work you're in. I'm sorry, my
Okay.
dog is sitting on my cords. Go
Gotta
ahead.
get you a Frankfurt. Gotta get you a Frankfurt. Go to sleep. So I'm originally from Mississippi. I reside in Houston, Texas now. As Ashley said, I am married. I have 2 children, and I actually just crossed over into 8 years of marriage.
What,
Whoop,
tell them
whoop.
how old you are, because this ain't normal in the millennial. Tell them how old you is, girl.
Girl, I almost lied. I'm 32.
So 32 been married since, what's that, 24?
No, don't.
Right.
2013.
Right. So around 24, which is the dream age for a lot of young women growing up. So,
And it's definitely been a journey.
okay.
It
Before
is
we jump into
definitely been a
that,
journey.
before we got online, we'll talk about natural hair. So,
Yes.
you guys can see we look like a Pantene, not a Pantene Pro V. We look like a Shea Moisture, African Pride type situation going on. And they should really give us an endorsement. Holla at me, sponsorships of natural hair, because your girl is out here. But anyway, I feel like, so last year I went on a journey to grow my hair waist length. But what I realized in that journey is, one, I learned a lot about my hair. A lot. Like porosity, what makes it happy, what makes it sad, products, length retention, all of that stuff. And my hair grew, but I wasn't retaining length. And I wasn't retaining length because, quote unquote, protective styles are not protective for every hair type. And my hair type just so happens to be one. Because what happens is, when we're taking our hair down, we're breaking it. Because we're like, rip, rip, rip. And we don't care, but our hair is like, that's why we ain't growing. Because every time you get your ends clip, you got to clip 3 inches that you grew. So,
Yep.
So yeah. But also, one of the biggest things that I was going to tell you before we got on was the steam treatment you mentioned. People think their hair nappy. Your hair not nappy. Your hair dry.
It's just dry.
Your hair dry. That's all it is.
Give it some water.
That's literally, people don't understand that water is a moisturizer. People think they need to go get some oils. No, wet your hair and shut up. You remember back in the day when your mama did your hair, what'd she do? She wet it.
Don't make me lie. I have no idea.
My mama used to always tell me water and grease all the time. So, ladies, just moisturize your hair
with water.
Water. I use products, of course, but water, y'all. Like, water, people. Like, I did
clean it. Clean your hair. Like, make sure your shampoo is actually cleaning.
Yes.
Clarify. Then moisturize with a shampoo.
Yes. Condition.
Water.
And treat your hair with grace and care. I feel like we are in a hot girl society where a lot of girls are just wearing weaves and wigs or whatever. But there is a very large natural community as well. And in that community, you have to baby your hair. If you want your hair to grow and be healthy, you have to baby it. Right? So it's okay if you want to weave. Listen, I change my hair all the time. I change my hair. Like, I literally sneeze and I'll have a new hairstyle. Like, that. How much
I'm here for the hair. I'm like, oh, I like this hairstyle.
Exactly. And you, Lacey, you be taking dreads out, put dreads.
I'm chopping.
And we're not even talking faux locks, y'all. Like, she literally grows the locks from her scalp, cuts them out, and then gets them
Just put them back in.
And
believe it or not, I threw them away.
No, you didn't.
I threw them away.
What made you throw them away?
So I cannot go back to that and embrace another lock journey. So when I get ready to start again, they're going to be from scratch. And that's what this was supposed to be. It was supposed to be me transitioning into starting locks. But then I was like, you know what? I think I want to grow some hair. I want to learn how to actually grow healthy hair, because I've never actually done it before, unless it was in lock style, because you can just leave it alone, put some water on, leave it alone. But yeah, so this has been definitely a transition, and my hair was nowhere near this length 3 months ago, and I haven't even had a trim yet. Like, she didn't trim me when I went to her. She was like, we're going to wait.
And that's another myth that you need to clip your ends for your hair to grow. That's actually a lie. So again, just baby your hair and leave it alone.
Be nice.
Really learn it, because people's hair grow differently. Again, I had to learn that the retention, my hair is high porosity. My hair gets dry every 3 days, meaning I have to wet or moisturize my hair every 3 days, because if I don't, it gets very angry.
Like, every 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Get it. I get it. I understand.
Every
And I
24
don't
hours.
have wash and go hair yet. So we just gotta get it going out here with these twist out. We busting. So yeah. But okay, let's talk about what we came to talk about.
Talk about it. What you
Is
got?
marriage easier than single? I should maybe rename it, is marriage happier than single?
I like that, because the word that I was coming with today was happy.
Yes.
And I just want to start with that. Can I just start with that?
Go, hold on. Before you, I'm gonna change it right now because I don't even want to forget. All right, girl, go ahead.
Happy. I just want the people to know, being married does not make you happy. That spouse that you linking up with for the rest of your life, saying them vows to,
you going too fast. You gotta say that.
Really? Okay.
Listen, I don't think you understand how you just changed the game. You just said the words coming out of your mouth, your 8 years of marriage mouth. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
People in the back, listen up. Happy. Marriage does not make you happy. That spouse that you linked up with and said, I do, your vows, what is it? Forever and always, and to death do us part. It is not that spouse's responsibility to make you happy. Now, there are things that this spouse can do to add to your level of happiness, but it's not their responsibility to make you happy.
And I just got my muffin cap peeled back blue. So I'm over here like that gift when you just So I want you, one, to let me know, did you think this going into marriage?
Absolutely.
You felt like these exact same things. You felt like, he's not going to make me happy. I already got to be happy, but...
Oh, no. I was under the impression like, I'm happy. He's making me happy.
Okay.
He's doing what I'm asking him to do. And I'm just going to let everybody know, just kind of to set up a little framework of my marriage.
I'm folding my legs over here because I'm like, good.
Because every marriage is different, right? Yeah. You don't have to go off what society says. You don't even have to go off what you saw your parents doing, your aunties, your friends' friends. I mean, your friends' parents. In my marriage, I am the more dominant type in my marriage. Right? So it's nice to have a guy who's going to be like, whatever you want, Lacey. And then you hear everybody around you, right? It was like, oh, that's so nice. Like, he ain't never going to nuck and buck. You know, you ain't going to have no problems. But now 8 years in, and you start to realize, I'm not happy. He says yes to almost everything I ask about. If it's not a yes, he might, we'll see. It's never just it's going to be a no. I don't have to ask to buy nothing. I don't have to ask to go nowhere. You know, just that freedom to be who I am. Which we're going to talk about that.
Before we go in, because I'm learning a lot. I love it already. I just want to clear up. I know Mel. And we're not saying that he's a pushover, because he's not.
No.
He's just very, because you know, when people hear like, oh, he don't push back, oh, she married a weak guy and all that. He's not weak at all. He's just chill. He's that guy that's like, whatever. Like, he's this. He's not weak.
Even kill.
Huh?
He's even kill.
Yes. Okay. As you were. I just wanted to clear that up. You know, women like, well, I want me a strong man. That's why she not happy. Girl, go ahead. Ain't nobody dealing with
you. No. And it's just like, well, here's some things to where, like, I don't think I'm happy. And you start to question it. And then you start to realize over here, like, okay, wait a minute. He's doing everything I'm asking of him, or even him coming up with a few things on his own, but I'm still not happy. And happiness starts with yourself.
So when was that shift that you realized, like, wait, Maybe I'm not. Maybe he's not making me happy.
Let's see here. So I've been here for 2 years. I want to say about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago is when I started couples therapy with him.
Okay. So it made you go to therapy.
It made me go to therapy.
Which is great that you like use therapy as a defense, and as a lot of other couples don't, and then they wait till it gets too late, and then it's just whatever.
It's just, you know, throw it in trash. I'm just joking.
Right. No, but seriously.
And then from there, we went into, well, just speaking about me, into individual sessions as well to learn more about myself. And I think also looking at it, it's like, we talk a lot about, girl, get to know yourself first. You know, now in this new age, know who you are. And I get that. Do know who you are. At least get to some concrete values, but also be open to the fact that you will change.
Yeah, that's very
We
true.
want to change, right? You don't want to stay stagnant. You don't want to be the same person for the rest of your life. And there was one thing I remember in therapy. I was like, I just want things to be the way they were when we were in college. And my therapist was like, you ain't in college no more. Why would you want that? Why not say, I want to have different experiences where I am now and curate something new for where we are at this point of our lives. Right. And the stuff I was complaining about, well, you know, I just feel like he's not doing this, he's not doing this. Like, kudos, Mel, because you know what? You're taking your time. You're taking your time to think about yourself. This is what you need in a moment. And Lacey, you need to learn how to do that. You don't have to be Wonder Wife, Wonder Mom. Go and sit with yourself. Figure out some things, you know, about yourself. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? This is what I'm supposed to be working on? But I mean, you like,
I didn't ask you for this. I asked you for this.
I'm telling you to be in the bathroom for 40 minutes. Right. Like, well, he got his space. You think these dishes gonna jump up out of the sink and get you in the middle of the night? Leave those dishes where they are. I was like, oh, so I can have a little bit of peace and a little bit of happiness if I did that, and not feel as though I have to do everything. But that happiness piece is really. And Ashley, you know this about me, because I'll text you sometimes and be like, girl, I'm in the mirror. I'm in the mirror. Homeboy just got me a full-length mirror. Yes, I am an adult. I am 32 years old, and I have never had a full-length mirror. So I don't know what my clothes and my shoes look like together.
Listen, I haven't either, Lacey. Somebody give me one. My apartment's too small.
So, I mean, you know, I'm in the mirror as best as I can, and I'm dancing around. I'm doing this, and my husband isn't super vocal either. So I'm not going to walk past him and he just going to be like, oh, you looking good today. But I will walk past him and be like, do you see this? I'm looking good today. So I'm the one telling me how I look and how I feel, and I accept myself. I accept where I am, my body. And if it's something that I don't like, I'm always willing to tweak it. You know, we're talking about the detox. There's some things going on I wasn't ecstatic about, right? And it's like, well, what if I can do this a little better? Instead of just accepting where I am and feeling as though, well, this is just what it's going to be. And blah. It's like, well, let me explore a little bit more. Okay, what if it is my diet? What if I can't drink? I love a good wine. If we talk about the coffee.
Oh my God.
Like 3 cups of coffee a day. I even enjoy the black coffee. If it's good quality coffee, don't Starbucks me. That's trash to me now.
Like, y'all too rich. She got money.
No. Do not Starbucks me. Take me to the local coffee shop, you know. But what if this isn't working for me? So instead of me just sitting here complaining about it, what can I do? How can I change my mentality? And also going back to that happiness piece, being present, being grateful, you know, just taking a moment to look around, to feel, to just think back. Right. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm so happy right now. Like, I'm telling you, I got up this morning at 5:50
Girl.
And I'm just like, ah.
I'm great. Y'all, when I got on and like we haven't spoken in a while, this is my friend since elementary. Like, it's a long friendship, you guys. I always look side eyes to people who who don't have like elementary, middle school friends because I'm like, you probably trash. But anyway, when I got on the call, she was just like, I'm so happy because usually when you to ask somebody how they are, they're like, I'm all right, I'm good, I'm okay. But yours was just like, I'm great.
I'm great.
You don't hear that often. What was beautiful about just listening to you talk and explain was, one, your aura was very peaceful. And two, I noticed something that you did that a lot of people, especially married people, don't do. When you talked about changing how you felt about yourself, you did not mention male at all. You literally said, I felt this way, so I fixed it. Meaning that you didn't put your happiness and project how you feel, like you said at the beginning of this, on him. You said, this is a me issue. I'ma fix it. And also just having the level of confidence, because a lot of women, I'm women, I knew like just needing like the words of affirmation and like not having it and questioning yourself because your spouse may not have told you or said anything like that. Do you know what level of confidence and strength that takes? Oh my God. But I also would think, as male, like he's doing a great job as a man to make you feel like that, because I don't think you would be this peaceful if you were dealing with some ratchet dude like a Future or something.
No. Homeboy would have been slapped up by now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So I have a question. So lately, a lot of divorces have been happening, and I've been confused. So I want to know, like, what are your opinions on people like Meg and Devon, as well as we just heard Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet? I'm like, we don't know these people, but everybody's giving an opinion. I haven't heard much from a married person. So I'm like, I want to ask her what her thoughts are.
My thoughts are very limited. One, I stay in my marriage. Like, I stay in my marriage.
Raise the roof. That's what people think. We ain't got no marriage to stay in, so we stay
like, I've heard of, what is it, Megan and Devon. So I'm be honest, y'all, I don't keep up with all this. One, that's why I'm about my peace, my meditation. I'm trying to get on this Peloton and not have to go actually play with my kids at the park, but just get them there and make sure they come out.
She said, I actually have to play with my kids.
No, I've been playing my kids for 2 years now. It's time for y'all to do this on your own.
How old are your
Mommy
kids?
needs her time back.
Let the people
3 and 6.
Oh, I did not know he was 3.
Yes.
Who?
He's 3. 3 and 6.
And Noah is a lot.
Noah is a lot. They're both a lot. So it's like when y'all go to the park now, and then kind of like having that balance. Okay, sometimes I play with you, but I actually don't have to play with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to. I don't want to. Okay.
More women need to hear this. More moms need to hear this. They need to be like, I don't have to and I don't want to, and continue to read their book.
Exactly. Today I don't want to.
As long as you don't get kidnapped, I've done my job.
I've done my job. Today, these 30 minutes are about me. Right. I worked all day. I drove you over here. Y'all can go find you some little friends or whatever, play with some grass. I don't care, but I'm not gonna play with you today. And that's okay, because you start to feel really guilty. Like, I got to do this. I don't have this much time with my kid. But the pandemic changed things because my kids were out of school for 2 years. So it's like, nah, bro, you done had me for 2 years.
You know what's up. You know I love you.
You know I love you. I incorporate you in cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't
try to throw that in my face, because I will nut up.
And they will. And that's the thing. They will throw that in my face.
Really?
Oh, man, yeah. Well, you didn't, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I didn't have to.
You're raising independent boys. They need
independent, and to understand that not everyone is going to do what you want them to do at the exact time that you want it to be done. So, hey, this time you got to go do this on your own. Go out there, make your friends, play with your brother. Don't play with your brother. It doesn't matter to me. But mommy's going to have her time back, or mommy's going to sit here and talk to daddy. This is going to be our little 30 minutes together and laugh and, shoot it and have a good time while y'all playing. And when we say, let's go, let's go.
That we waiting on the parenting book from Lacey.
I don't even know where I was going with this. What was I going with? What was the question?
Yeah,
about the divorce.
Let's talk about the divorces.
Yeah, divorce. So I had all that going on, and I can't be
have time.
I have time. Like, stay in your marriage and don't necessarily, although you have like these books, right? You have books, you have the therapists, you have the blogs, the influencers. You do what is best for you in your marriage.
Okay, so we ain't even gotta, honestly, because you said you stay in your marriage. I mean, I think that's enough. We don't even gotta talk about these folks getting divorced at this point. I guess my only question is, like, do you feel like a lot of today's society quit too soon?
You know what? These past 2 days, I've used the phrase that we like easy stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Microwave society.
Oh, I like it. I don't know if that's really a thing, but I like it.
We live in a microwave society.
And yeah, we like things easy. So kind of, and this is full transparency, being on detox and getting off of medication. No lie. Taking that pill every day feels amazing.
She was on an anxiety pill because they're probably like, what type of pill she was on?
Yeah, it was anxiety. Taking that every day, amazing. Go on, take that in the morning, go on about your day. But detoxing, having to eat right, having to be disciplined, that ugly word that people don't like.
It's a cuss word for a lot of people.
Who wants to be disciplined? And then it doesn't happen just like that. Granted, the anxiety medication didn't happen just like that either. As it gets built up in your system, you build a tolerance for it, and now you're kind of even keel. But still, to know, like, okay, there might be a different way that I can do this, and that means taking some ownership and accepting the fact that there's some other things that I need to change about my life. So if that means that I can't have that glass of wine because it triggers me or whatever, because it's a depressant?
Depressant, yeah.
I need to give up the wine. And I'm just out here to say, in case y'all see me posting with a glass of wine, that was just an example, okay? I haven't tested that theory yet.
Mind your business. Mind your business, ministries. I read my Bible quite often, every day. And I study different books, and I was in Jeremiah 3. So the idea of marriage actually came from God giving an analogy of what his relationship was with the Israelites. So basically, he was saying that I am your bridegroom, you are basically my wife, but you basically were unfaithful to me because you turned away from me and you started to worship other gods. But if you want to come back to me and you fully repent or whatever and turn your face back towards me, I'll accept you, but I need your heart to turn back towards me or whatever, like that, right? So in it shows how God was disrespected as a husband. And men, don't start with me. Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, wives be don't start with me. It was an analogy. But it just shows how, although God was disrespected, not saying like, unfaithful in a literal sense, people were just disrespecting him, not respecting him as like the bride or their marriage or the covenant. Marriage basically equals covenant. They weren't respecting his covenant, but he suffered, but still was willing to accept him. I said all that to say, in the Bible, I can't say biblical right now, it talks a lot about long suffering and how even God had to suffer, even God was angry, even God had emotions when he was quote unquote married to us and covenant with us. And I feel like we have to understand and learn that, because you will suffer. That's why in the vows they say for better or worse.
Right.
Your dog out there wilding now. I hear him. But that's why they say for better or worse. And you can't go in it thinking like it's easy. But I think nowadays we we watch social media, we watch reality shows, and their marriage looks fun, and people get married because they're in love. And it's like, what love got to do?
Love is not gonna hold you together, baby. It will not hold you together.
It will not. You have to work. And this is not coming because I'm not married. I ain't never been married. I ain't never been engaged. I don't know what's going on. This is just from me I talk to a lot of married people, happily married people, the people who are not posting it about it online. These are the people who are doing the work, minding their business, and staying out of other people's marriage that like you said.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not doing no.
And you know what? Find yourself really blessed, and hopefully people can see this. You talk about the signs. You see these subtle signs right beforehand. Find you somebody like to know, is this a person who's willing to change, willing to accept accountability? Because that's a lot.
That in itself is why
you gotta love them. Like
that's why I'm single. I'm gonna tell you right now. Do you know the amount of men that I've met who refuse to hold themselves accountable? Who just refuse to say I was wrong? Mm-hmm. And before anybody attack me, I'm actually the girl who has to not take so much accountability. Because my dog is trying to jump on this couch.
Like, I'm about to put him out.
And he's really looking at me like, what is your problem? You are my problem. But anyway, just coming from a dynamic at home where my mom didn't know how to take accountability. So I always had to basically pacify the person who did something wrong.
Oh.
So going through that, I've attracted a lot of people who don't know how to take that. So I'm like in the midst of like unlearning my type, cutting all that crap off because it's so many people who don't know how to take accountability. And I realize the reason is they're not confident enough in themselves to see that I have a flaw in my character that doesn't make me a bad person.
Right.
Just because I say you did a bad thing, that doesn't mean that you are bad. I'm saying the thing that you did was bad. And that's the issue with people who don't know how to take accountability.
Yep.
I want to punch him in the throat. But that's why. This is why I'm single.
that accountability piece is hard, and it takes a very mature minded person to do that. And I'll speak for me. I don't like being called out. My true nature, don't call me out. It ain't even true. Yeah, I did it. It wasn't wrong. What you talking about? Well, you know why I did it. Like I'm going to just circle that block around because it is not my fault. Not gonna lie. My therapist is like, I'm sensing a little narcissism with you. And I was like, okay, I'm glad we're here because I think I might have something like that. And it's like, okay, the fact that you think that you might have something like that already lets me know that you don't. Like, she said, but you're too empathetic. I was like, because there's some things about me, like you said, unlearning your behaviors and unlearning, it doesn't make me a bad person. But you know what? This might not be the best characteristic to have.
Yes.
Maybe I need to listen more. Maybe I need to do this. Okay, let me work on that. So I tell Mel all the time, look, if there's something that I'm doing and you don't necessarily like it, don't let it take 6 months for you to tell me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
Because you calling me out. That's just, I'm going to let you know now how I'm going to react. You're going to say something. I'm like, no, I didn't. And then just go ahead and give me some examples. Like, make sure, take note of these examples. On this day, this time. Like, write this stuff down. Keep your log. And then I'm like, you know what? You came with some facts, brother.
She said, write this stuff. Keep your log.
That's okay. That's probably factual. Like I ain't keep no log, so or just call me.
He got away, but now this one he got away 6 months because he got to
he got to have a log.
He got to build his case.
Yeah, you got to build your case, but at the same time, just hit me right then, so I won't have to be going back. Because sometimes it also just might be communication.
Oh, that's a big one.
Girl. Ooh, communication.
It's so big.
We gonna have to. And okay, so going back to how it's not my fault. Mm-hmm. I am never wrong. Mm-hmm. And having to say, you know what, that was wrong. I was wrong.
This one time.
This time I was wrong. So moving forward, and I'm very solution based. Moving forward, how about we try this? I'm gonna try this, you know, for me, and you just let me know how it's working for you. My marriage is a little casual, a little corporate. We both have worked in corporate America, so it's a little bit of both, but it works for us. A lot of people are just like, why is your marriage sounding like schedules? I give him a question. Mel's like, can we reconvene on Friday afternoon? I'm putting it down. Okay, we'll come back then, which has helped us.
I actually like how this sounds. I literally just recorded this video about how I don't like gray areas. I don't like gray in business. I don't like gray in relationships, French, nothing. That sounds like it would work for me too.
And you know what? Because of how, I guess, gray area of a person Mel is, we needed to do that. And I'm very much like, I got the issue. Here it is. So what you think? And he's like, I mean, first of all, can you repeat yourself? And second of all, I need to think about it. How do you need to think? How long do you need to think about it? Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Like, how long do you need? And he's just like, you know, I come back around. It's like, you ain't thought about this yet? Why is it taking you so long?
Yeah.
And in my mind, this is really bad. What is wrong with your brain? Like, how come you can't think as fast as I can? Another thing, you are not marrying yourself. You can't expect your spouse to come up with solutions like you, to think like you, to have questions like you.
But don't you think the world would be so much better if
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would hate myself.
I probably would too.
I
probably would too.
We'll be doing this told him. What you
right? What you be bucking?
Who you talking to?
What's funny is I feel like, although I haven't dealt with it in like a marriage or like a mature relationship, I've dealt with it in friendships. Like with my best friend, we're very opposite. Like literally, extremely. I am you. I am you. She not male, but she close. But like, example, processing. I'm either processing like this, or if it's any really emotional, heavy something, it might take me 3 to 6 months. But
oh God.
But when it's like that, it has nothing to do with nobody else. It's a me thing.
It's you.
If that makes sense. Like if my mama told me some news that affected me as a child or something, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go put that in my back pocket and I'm gonna come back to it in 3 to 6 months and I'm gonna holler at you about that then. But day-to-day things, this is me all day because I'm a problem solver. But her, like if I tell her something, I be want her to process it. And she'd be like, I don't process like you. Stop it. Stop being upset with me. I'm like, all right. Well,
how long is it gonna take?
Give me like 48 hours, 72 a week.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting it on my calendar. I'm gonna pencil it in.
Exactly. This is what we doing for date night. Should I get a charcuterie board so we can talk about this? Like that's me.
That's so funny. So another question. So for people who are single, and think I've been single for a long time, and I desire marriage. But at the same time, I do understand it's not like a cure for happiness. And for me, it's not that I'm unhappy because I am single. I just desire that. You know what I mean? It's a strong desire.
Share your life with someone.
Yeah, for sure. So what advice would you give to singles who are waiting? Like, what are some things you wish you would have known before you went into yours? I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Like I'm wilding out now. Now I'm wilding. I told Mel one time. Okay, people, we just got off of the like holiday break. I met some friends that's close to my house. We've been in a pandemic. I have 2 kids. I came home really late one night. I was like, I just want to let you know I belong to the streets now, bro. And in true male form, he's like, uh-huh.
You are foolish.
I belong to the streets now, baby. Like, you ain't about to catch me in this house. Cook who? Cook what? Who cooking? No one know how to make eggs.
Do you believe that like works better though? Like, well, we already covered to kind of learn yourself and learn your values, but of course be willing to change. But do you think like exploring as much as you can as you're single would help?
Exploring what? When you say, is that
Not
like
not spectacular streets, but just like exploring things as far as like for me, self-dating, because I'm at the point I go to the movies by myself all the time. Like I be having a
I
great
love doing that.
incredible time all the time. But now I'm more nervous, but I do have friends that go to bars and lounges and things of that nature by themselves, like cigar lounges and things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about to start doing that, and I'm like, ugh. But I also have friends that vacation by themselves, and I'm like, how do y'all do that?
Yeah. and I think it's nothing wrong with it, but doing things at your own comfort level.
Yeah.
So, like I said, now I'm wilding. My kids are 3 and 6. I am planning vacations now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say I haven't been on anything, but my life has been so centered around my kids and being considerate of my husband. Mm-hmm. And when I say being considerate, is like, well, I don't want to leave him here by himself and he's kind of taking the kids. Or, you know, like if we did anything, it needs to be the two of us.
Right.
Which now comes down to a different type of cost.
That's very true.
You know, like it's one bank account for us. So same. So now it's like, well, I want to do this.
God, speak on that. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I always think about that. Like the finance joining. Was that hard?
No. And for me, it wasn't hard. One, Mel and I are very non-selfish people.
That's good.
And we share everything, you know. So whether it's money, experiences, clothes, because I wear his clothes. I was like, that's a nice jacket you bought us.
Wow.
Love that shirt. Can I wear this today?
Well, you already got it on. Can I wear it?
Exactly. I already got it on. I got makeup, got this little hat on. What you think?
What you think about our shirt?
Our shirt. I'm going to the coffee shop now.
That is so funny.
But it wasn't hard for us. And it's not like I said, when it comes down to like, okay, spending, even was like, okay, Mel, I'm about to make this big purchase. In my mind, a big purchase is anything over $100. Mm-hmm. Mel's like, why are you telling me this? Do we have the money? I mean, is it going to hurt anything? So that's just our nature. Mm-hmm. I do think for people who's probably way more budget stringent, mm-hmm. that might look a little different to where you're probably ticking in time. Like, wait a minute. We down to this. Or for those just like, you make your money, I make mine, mm-hmm. which is fine. You know, if it works for y'all, it's totally fine. But for us, it's just like, you can throw all this stuff in one pot, or you can put it in 50 different pots. Yeah. All of this is mine. All of it is yours. Yeah. So you just pick the pot that you want to go into, because we make decisions definitely together for the most part. If it's a large decision, we're going to make that decision together. Mel bought a Peloton. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm thinking about a Peloton. I was like, yes, I've been trying to get you on this Peloton journey for a while now. Okay. I'm so glad. This is whenever with the Taft shoes, we saw the Taft shoe store. We're in the store and I was like, he'll take 2 of those. And Mel's like, what? No, I wasn't getting anything. I was like, okay, let's just put a label on it. Like, congratulations for your new job. He'll take a pair of shoes. And we get to the counter and it's like, I know I brought you into this store and I really hyped this up for you. And it's like, congratulations on your new job. Mm-hmm. But can you use your card? Because I left mine at the house.
I know, right? Because it's still the same account.
It's the same account.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I do think the longer you've been alone, it's harder. Because I think about that. Because I'm like, what am I going to do? Are there going to be... I think I would be more comfortable if we have a pot together for like bills, mm-hmm. house things. But then I have my own separate account. As far as purchases, I want to make on my own. Yeah. That would probably work best for me. Because
I'm actually thinking about doing that.
Really?
Just to have more of a budget around like, okay, this is strictly for this.
Oh, I got you.
And then over here to the side, this is strictly my thing to where I'm forcing myself to be disciplined, whether it's like me going to the coffee shop. Okay, well, I got to be able to take out of my account. If I want to spend all my money on coffee, it was mine. This was my little pot to spend all my money. Like, I'm not dipping into this joint pot here or the vacationing pot or the savings pot. Like, this pot is for whatever Lacey wants to do.
Got you. I've heard other married women say that, like, this is my nails, hair fun. This is my like play money.
I didn't even think about that. I was thinking like, I really was thinking coffee.
I know. We know.
Coffee and anthropology. Like I work down the street from it's within walking distance now. So I'm like, lunch break anthropology.
So last question. There's this big you stay in your marriage, but we out here fighting for our life in this single world where there's this big issue surrounding money. This big what you bring to the table.
Let's get into it.
You want to talk about it? Yes.
Let's go. Keep going.
I mean, my question to you is, what are just your thoughts around that? Because I just feel like it's a whole bunch of, I'm sorry, my people, y'all know I'm celibate, but I know small peen energy when I see it. It's just a lot of small peen energy, a lot of I'm broke energy, or a lot of I'm insecure about my finances, so I want you to be insecure about yourself energy. So what are your thoughts?
That was a lot. Okay. Wait, let me back up. Let me make sure I understand this. Mm-hmm. So small ping energy. And small ping energy looks as such.
The men who are on this wave, who are asking women what they bring to the table.
Oh, the men are asking now.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
I have heard that.
For our life.
Okay. Okay, so wait, before I get into this, have you had one of these experiences?
Yes.
How did that go? Like, what was it like? What was the dynamic like? Was it just like, before we continue, what you bringing to the table?
I don't even want to get into this because
you don't have to get into that.
I'm gonna get into it though because it's a good story, but I felt like I was bamboozled. The wool was pulled like, over my eyes. Okay, so it don't make no dollars or cents. The math ain't mathing. This individual pursued me heavily for years. Okay. Mm-hmm. Years. I'm not talking months. I'm talking years. Okay. Even at the time when we were talking, he was pursuing me on some, let's be exclusive. Let's be together. Let's all of this. But the biggest red flag was he was a huge fan of Kevin Samuels. Now, I don't know
the guy that got like met in that whole thing and put his wife on with the bonnet.
No, that's Derrick Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Samuels is the one who has given these men the unmerited gall to ask women what they bring to the table. This is the one, you've probably seen clips of him. The first thing he asks a woman is, what's your dress size? What do you rate yourself? Yes.
Oh, I have seen that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he was a Kevin Samuelite. Not a fan, because I don't get down with men who everybody's be like, well, yeah, it's part of his message. You can understand. I just don't. If you have to down someone to elevate yourself, I just don't get with that. Period. Mm-hmm. Male or female. Like, I'm not about to sit on here and tell you this, that, and this and that because of how you look, whatever. So I wasn't a fan, but he was just a huge fan. So that was red flag 1 through 17. But I had never dated a Kevin Samuelite, so I didn't know what it was. But dude was very like, retrospect is the best view. Dude was very he was very all over the place with what he wanted, his consistency and like who he was as a human being. I could tell he was trying to find himself. And it was just weird because he would say stuff like, oh yeah, I got a budget, to trick off and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking like, why would you want to do that? Like, that don't make sense to me because I ain't gonna
age myself. I'm sorry. What is tricking off?
Tricking off is just giving money to random women to make, yeah, you know, remember the song, it ain't tricking if you got it, tricking if you got it, you know, the whole like city girl society we live in right now, where like they'll be like, talk to me but cash at me first, that kind of thing. And I'm not that type of woman, but he was younger than me, obviously. So his mindset wasn't, we were not equally yoked mentally. Like I was up here somewhere, he was down here, but I was trying to like rock with it, because I'm gonna be honest, I was bored. Like being bored has gotten me in some stupid situations, Lacey. And I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid situations, being bored, like I don't care. Like he can do what he wants. It ain't serious to me. Like whatever. But
yes.
So, but he was like consistent with the going out, the taking out, and planning. He was even planning us a trip and blah 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 blah. So we are literally a month and a half into dating already, Lacey. A month and a half into dating. We done been on several dates. We done hung out like at least 3 times a week. We on the phone, we FaceTime, all this stuff. And then around the 6 weeks, he literally fixed his lips to ask me, what do I bring to the table? And I'm just like, I got very defensive, because I'm just like, what are you talking about? You've been dating me for 6 weeks. You should know by now. I shouldn't have to tell you anything. You see what I bring to the table. And if you don't see it, you don't see me. And he's like, I just don't. He literally said it's a red flag that like you can't tell me, and like that you're getting offended because I asked the question. I said it's a red flag that you're asking me this question. Just like, well, you know, I'll tell you what I bring. So I was very like on 10 with it, and he just named the stuff he brought, and then I started naming stuff. But even afterwards, I was still just very bothered, and I really should have ended it then. But you know, again, this was my first time dating a Kevin Samuelite, and this was my first time actually directly being asked that question. But now, if I get asked that question, immediately it's a no. Like whatever we're doing, we're not doing it anymore. Like whatever you thought this was, it's ending right here. Nice to meet you, sir. Bye. Yeah.
This is so different.
We're fighting for our lives out here, Lacey.
So, because I'm trying to think about it, I'm trying not to be biased. Okay, I'm trying not to be biased in that situation. Is like, first of all, even before the month and a half, you said years.
Pursued me for years.
Apparently, you saw something that I was going to bring to the table. So, I just...
And I'm not exaggerating on years.
Just like, what am I bringing to the table? I'm really trying to think about this. So what are you bringing to the table? And I think my first question would be like, could you expound? Do you mean... Because the first thing I think about is really monetary.
That's what I think too.
Like, that's kind of the only thing I'm thinking about is from a monetary perspective.
Right.
Now, I also think we're in this new age, and this is just kind of like talking to other single women, to where people are getting really bold. And there's like a fine line to me between like being bold and then like, that's just stupid. Like that you've crossed the line now.
Yeah.
To where I get it. You want to just not waste your time and stuff like that. So let's not pussyfoot around on this. But even if it's like, well, what are you bringing to the table? There's so many different ways you can ask that question. Like, that's what the dates are. That's what, okay, I'm gonna get to know you. Like, you're gonna have to put some time in. You ain't gonna sit there and be like, okay, we got 2 weeks to get this done, see where you at and see where I am. Do we mesh? And from there, we like take your time. Like, it's okay to take your time.
It's the thing is, I feel like it's a devaluing question.
It is.
I feel like you're saying, because it's a disrespectful question in my mind. Because I feel like you're saying, why should I date you?
Exactly.
So that's why I feel disrespected when you ask me. That's why the next time, if any, I hope there won't be a next time. Please, Jesus. Please.
Right.
Jesus,
we're not even claiming it.
Yeah, please
next time, Jesus.
because we
Holy
one
Spirit,
wasn't
we
enough.
rebuke that one.
One was too many.
That was too many.
One was way too many. Yeah, like it's done because it tells me what I need to know about your character.
Yeah.
Because right now, today in 2022, moving forward, like I'm dating for character. I don't care how. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, looks have had me in a chokehold for a long time. For a long time, you had your girl in the noose. I've been in the noose, overlooked for a long time. And I'm not saying that I'm going for ugly now. What I'm saying is looks won't heavily weigh because I do. Pretty privilege is a thing on women and men. A lot of men get away with things because they look really good.
Mm-hmm.
Not on my watch. I don't care how you look no more. If your character stinks, bye. I don't. Like I'm already like one toe in the water if you look that good because I already know how you think you look. So I already feel like you gonna come with me some kind of energy. So I'm already, my whole walls are up. It's up. But yeah, last question. I said that was the last question, but I just thought about something.
No, it's okay. I actually had something to say, and then I forgot. No, I didn't forget. It was something that you said, and I was trying to take a note on my phone because I didn't have any paper in front of me. And
girl, cut me off.
I'll probably think about it.
Please remember. I feel like everybody's going like, Ashley, you're talking too much. I want to hear like
and never mind, I'm kind of going from two computers here. So y'all just
okay. She's still at work, y'all. Last thing. So I was on TikTok and this lady said something that I totally disagreed with, but you're married, so I want to have your opinion on it.
Okay.
She said single people need to stop looking to other like single or divorced people for dating advice on how to get married because obviously the divorced people's marriage didn't work, and then the single people, they're single because they don't want to be married.
No. Because here's the ugly truth. There's a lot of married folks out here who just wallowing in unhappiness.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure. I said I stay in my own marriage, but I am sure there are a lot of married people out here. Even let's just say they're happy now, but you've gone through this period of like, okay, things are not looking great. We about to get this divorce. I done got my lawyer. You know, just I don't think we should categorize people. And this is just my opinion. Even when it comes down to like therapists, a lot of us are starting to go into therapy, right? So we have our list. Most times, probably the first thing, at least what I hear, is like they got to be Black because they need to be relatable. Okay, get that. You about to go in there and start talking about some kids? They need to have some kids. And you know, like you going in and talking about marriage. The single therapist can't tell me nothing about marriage. But I think the other part of it is this is their profession. So there's probably some things that they've learned that they can help you to integrate into your life. And you get to take it or leave it.
Yeah. Very
you
true.
can at least try it out, take it or leave it. I mean, you just know what stupid sounds like. Hopefully. You know what? I shouldn't say that because this takes me back to common sense.
Common sense is not common.
Common sense is not common. There is no such thing as common sense. It is learned, it is taught, it is experienced to me.
Yes.
So yeah, you can ask your single friend for some marriage, some dating advice because hey, maybe they had a relationship that was going really well, and that what you're probably going through wasn't what probably ended their relationship.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You know, it could have literally been, I'm just not ready to move forward. That doesn't mean that anybody's a bad person. Quite honestly, I think that you're a great person if you can stand up there and say, I'm not ready to move forward. Thank you for your candid honesty. Look at this growth.
That is growth. That's beautiful.
Growth.
Nobody has ever said that to me. They've always did something stupid and tried to put on me. And I'm like, I'm too smart for that.
But just kind of like looking at people, situations, relationships, and seeing like, is there anything that I can take out of this? I'm pretty sure there's probably married people who will be looking at this and be like, I don't agree with nothing she said. And you don't have to.
Right.
It's okay. I'm still going to be married tomorrow.
Yeah, Period. And that's it. And a year after that, what we talking about?
Okay, so I'm like, do you see me in this?
Exactly. Exactly. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I thought she sounded dumb because mainly just because the shift has happened so much in what dating looks like now versus what dating looked at like 8 years ago for you, 20 years ago, however long ago she had been married. Like, it's so different. And the values are different and people's goals are different. Go, say it.
I know what I was gonna say because we were going back to like the 8 years for me, right? Y'all better get with some people that you are willing to grow with. Like there's gonna come a time to where you're gonna have to grow, or it won't work probably, or maybe it is working, but for probably one of y'all it ain't working, and you're probably not verbalizing it. Oh, that made me go into this whole like communication thing, like somebody that you can grow with, because it's not smooth sailing. You're gonna have your up and down hills, but you got to be with somebody that you're willing to take that decline with. Like, okay, we're just gonna rock through this. There's some things that I've never experienced. I have not experienced infidelity.
Amen.
It has happened,
and you will never.
And I will never. I don't know about it. If y'all know about Mel, come tell me. Don't wait. Don't tell me. You got to come with some facts, okay?
We already figured out that sis needs
I need facts.
I need the receipts.
I need the receipts to this stuff. So, and I tell him all the time, I was like, this journey has been beautiful with you. It's been difficult, but it's been a beautiful journey, to the point, even when he does things, I'm like, why in the world did you buy these lights? These little lights that can change colors and flicker and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm thinking about putting this up in the shower and one over here. I'm like, oh, so you trying to create a whole ambiance in this bathroom, huh? And he was like, well, you've been spending more time in the bathroom because you're meditating now. So you get up in the morning and you meditate, or you're having your devotion, you're praying, like you're doing your face in the morning now. So I just kind of wanted it. I thought that you would like, and I was just, and my eyes watered, because it was like something so small. Whereas I was like, what is this for? Like this, you done blew $25 for nothing.
All the while he would think about you.
All the while he was thinking about me. And I was just like, that is incredible. So where something that I want, right? And you know this about me. And I told Mel there's probably some stuff I'll say. I did get his consent. Intimacy is a big thing for us. So I want you to tap me on the booty. I want you to say, that's how good my baby look. You know, call out to me when you see me in the yard and you pulling up. But
I want to catch up. So, side note, so this is like kind of what Aisha Curry was talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, Ashley, is that I think about her often, because I remember when you sent that to me and Lauren, I was like, nah. And here I am, just like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see it. So don't y'all be out here talking about that'd never be me. I would never, and I would. You kind of don't know yet until you go through it. I mean, and you can have your values, right? You can have your what if, and if it were to happen, you can have that, but also keep yourself open to probably having a different reaction. And even if it is a different reaction, don't beat yourself up because you didn't respond the way you told your 20 friends that you would have responded, and it happened to you and it didn't go out that way. So now you're like, oh shit. Give yourself some grace, sis.
That is so funny. You like, I'm about to be fake. Thought I was a real one.
Thought I was a real one. I'm out here like, you knew I was lying when I told you I was gonna eat raw vegan for 10 days. I don't know why you thought I'm telling Keisha, I'm just gonna pick up some celery and eat it and snack on it. End of day one, I'm like, I gotta eat some cooked food.
Daniel fast, you gotta like prep. Like, no, really, or you will end up with some chicken tenders expeditious. You have to have every snack in the book. You just go to the grocery store like this, and the product side, like, give me.
But yeah, it's that whole growth thing, and to be proud of one another. Like, I compliment him all the time, And I'm getting to a point now to where when I compliment him, I'm not necessarily looking for a compliment back.
Yeah.
Because that's who I am. That's not who he is. He shows up in a different way, i.e. the lights.
Got you.
Like, you're paying attention.
You are. It's just like, I got you. 3 areas. Just name 3 areas of growth you feel like people need to be the most open to growing in.
Be open to allowing yourself to grow.
Okay.
That is from a spiritual, whatever that looks like for you, a mental, a physical, a mindset shift. Like getting on the phone, how you doing today? I'm doing great. And let me let the people know that I missed booking probably about 20 millions worth of dollars today. Actually, I missed it yesterday.
She's an accountant, people.
I missed it yesterday. And here I am like, oh. And my supervisor is just kind of like, it's okay, it happens. I was like, oh no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, I'm fine.
I'm sorry, the devil want to bother our broadcast. Somebody outside being loud. Yeah.
So just being like shifting that mindset is like, okay, I'm not going to go overboard because I had this error to occur or to happen, but how is it today? Nobody's breathing down my back. Even if they were, check them. I already came to y'all and said I made a mistake. Now we got to fix it.
I didn't hide it from you.
And I'm willing to fix it.
Right.
I gave you my cell phone number so you can call me in the middle of the night so I can get up and fix it. That's fine.
Right. Come on.
But so allowing yourself to grow. Understanding that your partner needs to grow. Even when you probably feel like you have the most perfect person. You're right. There's going to be some areas where they're going to grow. There's going to be some tension. Grow in communication. So for me, communicating. Mel isn't big on communication. He's more of an type of individual. So I'm just like, I'm going to make sure I got this communication laid, baby. Okay, Mel, blah, 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 blah. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Then we get into therapy. I'm like, I'm doing a great job. Look, I'm doing a great job. This is how I communicate. I leave no stone unturned. But although that's what I'm doing to communicate, the real question is he receiving it?
Yeah.
He wasn't receiving the way I communicated.
And that sucks because you like, at work, this works. In my friendships, this works.
It works.
Why don't you? You need to change.
You need to change.
You need to fix your ego.
You need to fix wrong. How you not getting this? So
I'm
just
dumb. You suck.
People are gonna be like, she's nuts.
No, they're gonna love you. They're gonna be like, oh my God, you need to have her on every week. It's great.
But yeah, that communication is important.
Yes, it is.
And the thing about communication is to communicate and ask questions. Like, ask them, what is the best way for me to say XYZ to you? Like, how do you receive things? A lot of the times we like to be like, well, the whole pointing the finger thing. And let's be honest here. I'm not gonna say pointing the finger. You call somebody out, right? Like I said, I get called out. I don't like being called out. I'm going to be defensive no matter what. No matter what. Like, I'm going to give you 2 minutes of being defensive. And then I'm going to come back and be like, and then here's my honest truth. I'm going to make it seem like I said what you said. Like, I came up with that all on my own.
It's the self-awareness for me. It's like, I'm aware. I'm aware of it. I don't care, but I'm aware.
And then I'm gonna be like, this was a good talk. You know what? I appreciate you bringing this up. This was a good talk. That's me. But going back to just, okay, what is the best way? So understanding, like, people don't really typically like being called out. And there's a way that you can do it to where it's received differently. So it's like, well, you know what, Mel? What if, I'm pretty dramatic. What if you and I did something like this? To not call out on the fact that you ain't done nothing with me in these past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What if you take this week to plan us a blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's the problem am I trying to fix? I want you to plan
Right.
something for us. And this is who he is, like, let me get up off of this. You ain't done this, you ain't done this. He probably still gonna forget to do it again in the next 3 months.
Yeah, let's pivot
So
at this point.
yeah, let's get to the solution. Can you plan something? Because I got this dress that I just bought and I'm trying to wear it.
Trying to get to the nitty gritty.
I'm trying to wear it. And it's gonna be with you or without you at this point.
Because you're for the streets now.
I'm for the streets now, bro.
I'm for the streets. I don't care. I'm for the streets.
The streets. And the streets are like 5 minutes away from my house, people. So
it's probably her streets equals coffee shop, people.
It's the coffee shop. It's the local bars, the wine bar. That's about it.
Find me a local bar. I've never had one.
I mean,
get to know some bartenders and just walk in there like,
yeah, hey, what's up?
So they know my name. Like, that's so cool. I want to be like those people on TV shows.
Yes, I go to the taco truck and it's like, you want flour today? You know it.
See, I need you to know my name. They know my name at the wing spot. That's it. They were like, "This is Ashley." Yes, it is. I like it regular. I like the
call this Mexican restaurant called La Chingada. And I was like, yeah, I like an order of the memelas and toclayo. And she's like, oh, I know who this is. Okay. Well, this is so horrible. You know who I am?
Yes, she does.
And Mel goes and picks up. She's like, you picking up for your wife? She don't know our names. She just knows who we are based on the order.
It's not like me.
But yeah, I think those are like biggest. I'm sure there's so many more. And I can go on this marriage thing forever, but give everybody some grace. And okay, here's another one. Although we are doing what we're supposed to do, it is still a choice.
That's true. Expound on that.
Like, I can tell Mel, hey, thank you for cooking the kids breakfast today, or thank you for putting them in bed. They gotta eat. And they need to go to sleep.
But that's a choice.
It's a choice that you did it.
Yeah. So thank you.
So let me tell you, thank you. Like,
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I think, getting caught in the routine that, like, oh, they're supposed to do that.
Yeah, they're supposed to do
it. If I stop, then what? Then
exactly. What? It falls on the other adult, or
yeah.
And let me not even put it into instances of kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for driving today.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't like driving, but thank you for driving. You probably didn't feel like driving, and you drove still. So those really small things that we just let pass us by. And I think that's where being present and really thinking about those things that we're grateful for. You don't have to be grateful for necessarily just the job and the salary that you have. You can be grateful that he just bought you some fake Crocs because this what came in the mail to us.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's wonderful, actually. Well, I have enjoyed this time that you've given me. She's not an influencer or anything, guys. Y'all probably gonna think she should be. I mean, she's very funny.
If she in the comments if you think I should be, and then I would.
I really feel like if you had a marriage blog, I would follow. Even if you had a mom blog, if you had a blog called For the Streets, Wife for the Streets or Mom for the Streets.
Don't y'all take that, because I might have to change my handle at least to that to just capture.
For the Streets Mom.
For the Streets Mom.
Something like that, because it's necessary. But are you still working on your app? I don't want to put.
I am not at this moment. So I'm doing a data analytics class. Mm-hmm. So I'm working on that, which I absolutely love because I feel like there is a career out there for the type of brain that I have. A few months ago, I had no idea what data analytics was, but like I said, I explore a lot. I like to learn. So I signed up for a webinar with Mom Project. Mm-hmm. And heard some people talking about it. I was like, that sounds interesting. And I had actually gone through and did some like strengths that I have, some weaknesses, what's important to me. I was just kind of working on this stuff throughout the summer. Once again, trying to learn more about myself, what could possibly make me more happy or, just being more in tune. And I came across and I was like, I think I'm gonna try this out. So I ended up applying for a scholarship within one of their programs and I got it. So, yep.
Oh, wow.
I am doing Thank you. I am doing the Google certification for data analytics, and
Google
actually
been,
looking to, huh?
Google been hiring a lot. I myself have been like, I wonder if
It was remote. And so, and I even reached out to a guy at my job because he had a position to come available. And well, actually, I reached out to another person there, and she was like, "No, you should apply." I was like, "But think y'all want 10 years worth of experience? I don't have no experience." She was like, "No, no, you should just apply.
You should apply.
You should just apply. Like you're
Just
going through the courses, you're doing what needs to be done now, and he's willing to teach somebody who is willing to learn. And the fact that you're doing it, like exemplifies that."
People are lazy. We are in a lazy society. People are lazy. All this money out here just on the streets. People are lazy. People are lazy.
Just on the streets.
They on the streets. But we have to talk more offline, or we're gonna talk their ears off.
That's right.
But all right, thank you again. Love you. And I don't know if you want to give your Instagram again. She's not like an influencer, but
sure, y'all can follow me. I'm gonna be in Jamaica this summer, so I'm gonna be for the streets.
For the streets. Your kids and your husband gonna be there?
Oh, those kids are not gonna be there. Those kids will not be there. I done told all their grandparents, so somebody can come pick them up, but they will not be with me.
Come get them. They're gonna be on mine. But what's your IG?
It is at Laywall, LAYWAL.
Yes. Thank you again, girl. Love you. Talk soon.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.